Miriam, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, very good. We'll get going here in just a second.
Hi, Miriam.
Hello.
Hi, Miriam.
Good evening, all.
She's still in the same seat I seen her in earlier. Okay, it is 5:30. We'll call this January 27th special Board of Works meeting to order. If you'll please rise and join me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. The only item we have on the docket for the
Roll call.
special meeting is, so we'll start off with roll call.
Present.
Mr. Kingery.
Present.
Mayor Yates.
Present.
Sorry to interrupt.
Nope, that's okay. Good. I didn't do a meeting notes for Julie and I, but the only item we have is something that I missed on last week's meeting. I misunderstood an email request that was back and forth regarding to a permit. So not knowing that he wished to be on the docket, that email kind of got buried within, and Mr. Jordan Jacko was here last Monday, and I didn't have it on the agenda to talk. So the agenda item tonight is the possibility of putting a food truck / trailer, which it would be the trailer. He doesn't have a per se food truck, to utilize 2 to 3 parking spots on Washington Street, preferably in front of his business. First of all, let's get a motion on the floor. Is there a motion to approve before we go through discussion?
So weird.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? You guys have been sent the proposed schedule. And from what I'm gathering, this is only to be until their business actually opens. So they are making progress every day, but it's just to try to get the food menu out there and get them a chance for the public to see what they're going to sell. And it's not every day. The schedule would be Thursday, lunch from 11 to 2, Friday and Saturday from 11 to 2, and then 5 to 8. Prep time for Friday and Saturday would be between 2 and 5. His location, we'd like to keep as close to his building as he could, but if they had to utilize the alley, they'd be willing to do so. He is insured. The truck runs on a gas and propane with a backup generator. He has submitted all his required items for the food truck, so he has checked that off the list. So now this is just a request for placement to which the board can discuss and throw me any ideas, any pros, cons.
So it's till April, correct? So we're already through. I'm just looking at the sample
Correct.
calendar. So we're already through the 23rd, 24th, 25th, obviously. So it'd be starting this Thursday from 11 to 2, Friday 11 to 2 with prep time from 2 to 5. Is that what you said?
He said that Friday and Saturday schedule is 11 to 2 and then 5 to 8. And then down at the bottom here, it says prep time for Friday and Saturday they'll set up between 2 and 5
So basically
for prep purposes.
So it's going to be there from 11 to 8, pretty much
Correct.
on Friday and Saturday.
Correct. Which the third Saturday of the month is still the Delphi Main Street. So technically that's when the food trucks go through Delphi Main Street if they want to set up anyway. So that would be something he could do outside of this approval, but this is a separate, this is obviously 1-2 nights through the week. So something that, we had to look out for our local businesses as well. So he did offer to use the alley if it became an issue. Doesn't sound like it's a great big trailer, but to me, it's an opportunity for them to get their business out there, and while they're chugging away at getting their building finalized. So that's why we were discussing it here on the Board of Works. Yeah, this is completely on me because the emails were coming through and it was something I thought was merely just the how we do the permit, which we've been working on as well. So apologize to him for him driving from Lebanon to get on the docket last week, which was completely incidental, but wanted to make it up to him by seeing what the options were for this week. I know the community is excited for it, so it's one of those we have to look at the opportunity to get their business out there, but we also have to look out for our local business as well. So and he understands that.
So
So
is he gonna be facing the food trailer / truck toward the sidewalk then in front of his business?
the way I understood is he's going to pull the truck in to where the back of the trailer where they do the food sales would be. Obviously, he can't block the sidewalk, so
Correct.
he would be right there at that edge where people could still come in. He could still prep the food and all that. So
Cause he's right there at the alley.
correct,
Right.
yeah, and we had to leave that sidewalk
Yeah.
open for ADA purposes. So if that did not work, we would have to, of course, allow 2 spots, 2 to 3 spots is what it's requesting. And I don't have a picture. I've not seen the actual truck and trailer itself, but it won't stay there. It'll go to his home when it's not in use, so it's not something that'll be there permanently. And if this is something that we need to look into further or anything like that, we have a meeting again this coming Monday, so it's something that we wanted to at least visit tonight since I didn't get on the agenda.
Is he leaving the truck and trailer attached to each other, or can he unattach the trailer and park the truck someplace else?
If he pulls in the out, if he does the trailer, I'm sure he's going to put the trailer there and then unhook it, and because that would be more than 2 or 3 spots.
Yeah.
So, and we can make that a requirement because that would be probably 5. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the alley, obviously he would keep it attached, but if he was just to do the trailer, it would be 2 to 3 spots and the truck would not be attached.
I guess I don't really see a difference with like when other businesses go through and request like for scaffolding and other stuff, blocking the sidewalk for a couple of weeks at a time and stuff like that. So I mean, this is only gonna be for 7, 8, 9, 10.
We could put a time,
11.
we could put a time on it if we want to make it through.
What was the date in April that he said?
There, I didn't see a date.
There wasn't a date, it just said through April. So again, that's the time frame that they're estimating that they hopefully open their doors for the bit. There's been some setbacks and some things that's obviously standard when you're going through all this. So through April. So if we set the timeline through April and they still weren't open, we could either revisit it or, just to see how it goes and make Miriam, would you agree, make some kind of agreement that if it's not working well, we have any issues, we have the right to adjust this accordingly or I guess not stop it, but yeah, I mean, we had to look out for everybody on this. And what's your
Well,
thought?
once you, as long as the permit complies with what the ordinance says, he should be able to continue using the permit, but you are correct if some of that compliance is, for example, he's not complying with ADA requirements, or he blocks it too much or takes too long, then that would be an opportunity for a conversation. You could make the permit expire if it has some sort of expiration date.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess my suggestion would be go through April with it and be okay with it, taking the 2 to 3 spot. I'd prefer if it only took 2 spots, but again, I don't have the trailer in front of it. Like, we don't know the dimensions of it.
Yeah. We
Just because I think it would be fair to them because they're fixing the building, but getting the business up and running, just like anybody else would be doing fast, the building improvements, or if they need to get a dumpster to renovate stuff out and take up a couple spots.
and
I mean,
it's not
don't-
every night. So
no, and I think that's a fair shake at it. I mean, this is obviously new to have it like this per se, but I mean, I don't have an issue with it. If he wants to take the spots up.
yeah,
But he's
we
got
can
in-
monitor the parking spots. If that's causing issues, we can request that he go to the alley, and which he has been agreeable to. So
Okay.
yeah, they've been very willing to work with us any way possible. So that's, we put put a go at it and see if it works. And if it's something that we need to revisit, then, we'll have Board of Works meetings in between. So
Okay.
anything further?
Yeah, I know the community is excited about it opening, so I think it's a good way to let people try it
Get their business out there and,
and help them get their business off the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
okay, so do we want to redo the motion to specify the clause that, this could be revisited and the dates, which I have all the dates for you, Julie, for your meeting minutes, but do we want to leave it as is, or do we want to modify it to say certain dates and
I say leave it as it is, but with the clause at the end of it that we have to revisit this by April again. And then unless if there's many complaints about the parking or visibility or something like that to that effect, then we revisit it before then.
Okay.
But definitely by April, so we know we get a fix on it, because obviously I don't want it there the entire time, like I don't want it the rest of the year or anything like that. It's gotta
yeah, it's just till they open
Yeah.
their doors. I think
help them
that's,
get off the ground.
Miriam, do you have anything?
Oh, I guess I am not muted. No, it sounds like what you're recommending is reasonable. I guess I would maybe put an end date on it, because that at least then makes everybody relook at it.
Okay, I think
By March 31st, that way we're going into April, we'll have
by March 31st or through April.
hang on, let me pull up when our meetings are.
And we can do it as through March 31st and then revisit at another Board of Works meeting. To see how.
Through April 7th. April 7th will be the first Board of Works meeting in April.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
And then we'll
so,
revisit it April 7th.
Yep.
okay. All right. Anything further, Miriam?
Nope, I guess, I'm sorry, now that I'm thinking about it, if you have an end date on it, I suppose you could just put a note that says can be renewed or can apply for renewal, so he doesn't think that it's one and done.
Okay, yeah. So April 7th, but can be renewed in the event that they're still not open and we have revisited to see the progress or the pros and cons to how it's going and go from there. So,
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
okay. All in favor of approving the placement and dates for Beretta's food truck / trailer, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
And I'm an aye, motion carries. That is the only thing we had for tonight's special meeting. So any board comments
I don't have anything right now.
for Treasurer Price? Public comments? Miriam?
Nope, nothing for me.
Okay, there's just one last motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
And I'm an aye. This meeting is adjourned at 5:42. Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you.
You're
Mary.
welcome. Have a good evening.